Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. So today is going to be a very special video, and if you wonder why, it is because today is going to be marking the beginning of a brand new series on this channel. It is to honor CC Makai, the Hollow Knight lore content creator, because I enjoy watching his videos, so this is a tribute to him. Well, I hope you enjoy this series, and if you're wondering what it's going to be about, I have to beat Hollow Knight while trying to find as many lore tablets as possible, since you know CC's thing is lore. So I just have to go around finding as many lore tablets as possible before I beat the Hollow Knight. But there are a few rules, like number one, I am not allowed to get help from any site like Wikipedia or anything like that. And number two is that I'm not actually gonna beat the Hollow Knight. Now, you might be wondering why, and that's because I want my first ever ending in this game to be Embrace the Void. I don't want to be, regular Hollow Knight ending. I want it to be Embrace the Void. And that's exactly why I'm not going to be getting the ending. I'm going to be doing this, where I'm going to kill all three Dreamers while trying to find as many lore tablets as possible. And the thing is, once I get to the Hollow Knight, there are no more lore tablets, and this isn't a boss fighting series, so it's not like you seeing me fight the Hollow Knight is the most important thing ever. So we're gonna skip over that. If you want to, I could do Pure Vessel in the Hall of Gods later to substitute for this, but for now, this is gonna be how it is. So right here, as you can see, we're in King's Pass, not doing too much, just chilling out, as a regular Hollow Knight player. Now, I do have to warn you, I have not done Hollow Knight before, so I really don't know what I'm doing. There is a lot of stuff that I yet have to uncover, so I'm going to be a bit lost during this video, just letting you know. But I will improve, don't worry, it's going to be alright. And the thing is, if you heard a cut in my voice, just know that's because I screwed over when I first was trying to commentate, so I just cut it out. Well, here we have the first... Does this count as a lore tablet? Yeah, I'm gonna count it. Here we have our first lore tablet of the day. So I'm just continuing on. Trying to do the Vengefly skip, but I failed miserably. So I tried again, and what do you know? I fail again. So I just decided to go the normal way. And here I thought there was something important, but there really wasn't anything. It was just a Vengefly and some Geo. So I decided to leave it there, because I don't need Geo for this run. Now, I have not done any routing or anything because I do not know the location of any of these lore tablets, except for one right after you beat the Watcher Knights. That's basically it. So here I heal, and I get the lifeblood, because I'm bad at the game, I might die. So I get the lifeblood. I nail that guy, and then we just carry on. Now, what is interesting is that the thing is, I don't know what to classify as a lore tablet and what to not count as a lore tablet, so I'm just gonna be counting everything. Just like the one you saw there, the one where it tells you they can focus soul, I'm also gonna be counting this one, so that's 2. And I also get Fury of the Fallen while I'm here. I did come here just for this lore tablet, I didn't really come here for the charm, but I decided that I could get it while I was here. The thing is, there are going to be some very, very painful tablets that I know of. One of them being the one in White Palace, right before the Path of Pain. I believe there is one after the Path... No, there's none after the Path of Pain. But I know there are a bunch in the White Palace, so those are going to be a pain to get to. I need the Awoken Dream now, and I'm going to have to get through a bunch of difficult platforming. Not so fun. But I'll worry about that when I get there, because right now I'm just chilling out in King's Pass, failing miserably, but without any consequences. Why did I walk off the edge? I do not know. And soon we're going to have our third lore tablet of the day. Right around here, I believe. It's right at the King's Pass door. Yeah, right around here. So, third lore tablet of the day. In this video, I'm going to be getting Dash, Mantis Claw, and then I'm going to be ending it out. So, there you have the third one. And now I'm just gonna break open the King's Pass door. Now that I've done that, I just drop down and go to Durmouth, say hello to Elderbug, you know, normal stuff. Just like you do in every Hollow Knight playthrough. But the only thing is, I didn't really listen to what Elderbug had to say, I just kinda mashed through him.
Yeah?
So, uh-oh. I equipped Fury of the Fallen here because I didn't get it for no reason. So I go to see Elderbug, and I just mash through his text. And then, I'm on my merry way. I drop right down into the Forgotten Crossroads and attempt to go into Green Path, but I forgot that you kind of need Vengeful Spirit for that. So here you're gonna see me just try going into Green Path without Vengeful Spirit, because I forgot that you need it. So I go right into this room and I just go into the Green Path opening. And then as soon as I see the boulder, I turn back and go right to False Knight. So I just go in and then I see the boulder and I'm like, oh yeah. So that's kind of a thing. So I just turn back. Now I'm on my way right to False Knight. Also, I'm broke, so I can't buy a map from Tornifer, but that's alright because I don't really need a map for Forgotten Crossroads. There isn't really much to explore here. I already know the Forgotten Crossroads. I've memorized those, so I don't need a map for that. Here you go, Tornifer. I only have 19 geo, but I don't think I need the map. I'm just saying hi to my boy.
Chokol, correctis.
His wife doesn't let him give us free maps, so that's that. And now I'm on my merry way right on to False Knight. Kill that Aspid. I tried doing the thing where you hit the spike onto both Aspids, but I got hit myself, so not so fun. Here I heal back to full, and I go right into False Knight. The thing is, I kind of forgot where False Knight was during this run. I believe I forgot a bit, so I just turned back, but then I remember and then I turn back again, and then I'm kind of confused. And in the end, I tried to go to the Fungal Wastes entrance from Crossroads, and that's when I remember, oh yeah, False Knight is that way. So I just go the way to False Knight, and I beat False Knight. What else did you expect me to die on False Knight? Seriously, I'm not that bad at the game, okay? So I just make my way to False Knight, get a very unnecessary hit there, lose a mask damage for absolutely no reason, and I keep going. Now, I will warn you, there are gonna be some very, very stupid deaths in this, so just beware. I am kind of new to the game. I've poured in like 40 hours maybe. I haven't beat the game yet since I'm going for the hardest ending. So, well, I'm very close to entering Godhome. So that's a plus. Here you have me just taking some very stupid hits of damage, but eventually making it out alive. So I go back to 3 hearts. And I see the stag station sign. I'm like, oh yes, the False Knight is here. I'm relieved. So I just go ahead and bench. I get the stag while I'm there. I believe I get the stag, right? Apparently I do not get the stag. But I will be getting it later after False Knight, so that's no worries. But first, I'll obviously be getting Vengeful Spirit, since that was the goal from the beginning. So, just fighting False Knight, getting Vengeful Spirit, and heading into Green Path. That's the goal. I make my way onto False Knight. And this Husk boy, I really did not feel like fighting him, so I just ran. Yeah, I don't know, if you were expecting me to do like a genocide one, that's not what's going on today. We are not trying to max out the Hunter's Journal, we are trying to max out the lore tablets. This is the lore challenge. I don't think the Hunter has that much to do with lore. I mean, sure he does, but his journal doesn't have that much to do with lore. That was a better choice of words. Also, I really love pogoing random background objects because who doesn't? Come on, seriously. If you don't do that, you're not a real Hollow Knight player. So I just jump over these dudes because I know the false guy will knock him out once he jumps in. And here I'm like, are you gonna spawn already? And there he goes, he just knocks him out. And I start hitting him. So there's that. This fight really isn't too big of a fight. It's not too big of a threat. It's really easy. They just a small guy in big armor. Not that much you need to worry about. I do get hit here a few times so I'm not paying attention. Like that one time I walked right into his mace. So that results in a bunch of stupid hits, but it's alright because we still managed to first try him. Here I heal up just to be safe, even though I didn't really need to do that. I just have like some API. And you start swinging on your ladder. Really not too hard of a boss, especially if you get used to it. So here, I beat him up, and he goes right into the hole, and falls down. What a clown. Also here I think a very unnecessary and another very unnecessary there. And he just falls down to the floor. Pay better attention, buddy. Well, I shouldn't be the one to talk. I took like 3 hearts of damage just by not paying attention. But at least I didn't die by not paying attention. There's a difference. So I just grabbed the city crest because I might need that for later. I grabbed my well-deserved Geo, even though I didn't really do that much. And I go get VS. Here, there's not really much to talk about. I'm just, I don't know, pogoing random background objects. Not many lore tablets here either. There aren't that many. I know there's one in Ancient Basin right before the door to the Abyss, so that one's gonna be cool to check out. And I also know there's one in the White Palace, as I told you. Right at the beginning of the Path of Pain. Then you got one in the Mantis Village itself, which I actually managed to find. I just stumbled upon it. And there are a few in Green Path that I actually forgot the locations of, so I'm gonna have to go explore Green Path sooner or later. Which might be a bit painful, exploring the entirety of Green Path, especially since it's so large. But I'm gonna have to do it sooner or later. I'm gonna have to do it eventually, so once I do get all the gear needed, why would I hold off on it? Here, I just take care of the husk. There isn't really much to commentate during these early stages of the challenge. It's just getting abilities so you can move on and progress. There's not really much to talk about. It gets way more interesting once you actually have the abilities and you're ready to start fighting and doing stuff. It's kind of like when you're playing a game and you haven't gotten into the fighting yet, where you're gathering resources. You're in the stage where you have to gather resources in order to get into the fights. Because, let's be honest with ourselves, this is not very entertaining, is it? Just watching a guy vengeful spirit a Vengefly, that's not really, you know, the most entertaining thing in the world. But it will get better soon. Well, since there isn't really much to commentate here, why not talk about CC himself? So, if you don't know CC, you should go check him out, CC Makai. He makes great Hollow Knight lore content, and that's exactly why I chose to do this challenge. Because, you know, lore tablets, he makes lore, so you know what I mean. It's just connected. He's just a good YouTuber, and I don't know why he only has 100k subs. I think he deserves more. Like, Mossbag is 400k. And don't get me wrong, Mossbag is also amazing, but I think CC Makai should have just as much as Mossbag, if not more. Since his videos, they add just a little bit more life. I don't know if you've watched any of Mossbag's videos, but they are very, 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 very empty. And that is the charm of Mossbag. That's why people love Mossbag. He doesn't show that much emotion. But CC, on the other hand, is full of emotion, so It's great. And here it cuts since Share Factory unfortunately doesn't allow you to have a clip that's longer than 15 minutes, I believe. So I have to cut there and just take the clips and put them together. But I was just in the same room. Nothing really significant happened. I just walked 2 steps. And here, I'm once again on my way. And I take out the husk this time because I feel like it. So I play a bit risky here. I don't usually play this aggressive on husk. So that results in me taking a hit. But Fury just means I can take him out that much quicker. So I pogo off that for some reason. And here I heal. And I get hit by that guy. Don't ask me how. That was probably the stupidest hit I've taken in my entire Hollow Knight career. Or, well, that could be a good contender too. What was that? I jumped into the bench fly. Well, it happens. Come on, you know it does. It's happened to you before, right? If it hasn't, you're not a real Hollow Knight player. Just admit it. And here I get the stag, but I don't bench. Why? Why do I not bench? Well, that's definitely not coming back to haunt me right now. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Trust me, yeah, it's not. Definitely. 100%. I am totally not gonna die on the way to Green Path and have to go all the way back again because I didn't bench the stag. Do not worry. Please believe me. Please believe me. I'm speaking facts, don't worry. I am not lying to you. Why would I? Why would I lie? I'm not foreshadowing anything either. I don't grab the mask shard because I don't really feel like I need to get upgrades to my health and soul right now. I feel like skills and abilities are more important in this stage of the game. Because when I do end up getting them, then I can go for the masks and the soul vessels. Since it will be a whole lot easier to get them. And the thing is, it is also going to be harder to get the abilities and stuff without extra upgrades. But I will be getting just barely enough upgrades to just keep me alive, you know, like I'm going to get some upgrades, but not now. So when I do get somewhere that's tough, I'm going to come back here, grab some mask shards, and just do my thing. Get more upgrades, get more soul, get all that good stuff. Here I take a very stupid hit, but I decide not to heal, which is the stupidest mistake I could have made, because, well, you're just gonna see what happens. Yeah, not the best decision not to bench back at the stag now, was it? So, I was lying about not foreshadowing, okay? Now that I'm all the way back at the Ancestral Mound, well, I just have to make my way back to Green Path. The thing is, that's not really what happens here. Things go just a little wrong. I'm very happy this didn't happen to me later in the run because I would have lost my mind. But I actually died to the big husk. That's right before the stag station room. So that's a bit embarrassing. But no worries because then my shade will spawn very close. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. Right? Yeah, the thing is I didn't have that much geo to begin with, so I didn't really care. I didn't plan on purchasing much stuff. So, I wasn't really too mad about it. I mean, I wasn't mad about it at all. I'm not the kind of person who gets mad at video games. That's just not how I work. So I just respawned right back here. And I'm actually pretty happy since my shade now is in a very convenient spot. So I can just pick it up on the way and it will make my life a lot easier with 3 soul rather than just 2. So I just swing randomly there for no reason. I don't know why. I start pogoing again because I love pogoing. Everybody does. So I make my way all the way back here, pogo on the knight because I want to show that I'm superior. Start pogoing on these objects because I want to show that I'm superior to the objects. And start pogoing on the enemy, which I'm not so superior to. because I take damage. But at least I can finish him off easily after that. And I can grab the other guy too. This time I'm way more mindful of how I play. I even heal up just to be safe. And I get the dub. So I'm just way more careful here. I do not go for doubles with the nail. And I do use my BS. I still take a hit, but it's not the end of the world. It's just one mask. And this time, it's actually not gonna come back to haunt me, okay? I'm not joking now. You can, you know, relax. So I just make my way back all the way to the green path room. But then I remember that I have a stag station that I can use to go to Dirtmouth, which is way closer to the green path room. So I think I end up doing that actually. Yeah, here I'm like standing, I'm like, wait, isn't Dirtmouth closer? And I'm just thinking to myself, and I think that I decide that Dirtmouth is closer. No, wait, I did not. Oh no, that was when I was gonna enter the Fumble Wastes. Oops, I made a mistake, sorry. So I decided to go all the way back, which I don't know why I didn't just stack to Dirtmouth. It's way closer. So I don't know what past me was thinking, but hey, it happens. You make mistakes. I poke off of the enemy to show that I'm superior. I love pogoing, okay? I take damage to the Vengefly because I'm not superior. But I killed that one flawlessly, so it's alright. I heal back one mask, so I'm down one mask right now, which isn't the end of the world, as you all know. Losing one mask should not kill my run. And even if it did, it's not like I'm speedrunning or anything. I don't lose anything, so it wouldn't be too bad. This would just be a slight inconvenience, I guess. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, there might be a counter at the top of your screen right now showing you how many lore tablets there are. I think I'm gonna add one in. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try figuring it out. Share factor is difficult. But if I do figure it out, I'm gonna make sure to put a counter for how many lore tablets we found so far. Just so that it's easier for me and you to keep track. And of course, if I miscount, please make sure to correct me in the comments. I would really appreciate it. So this is the lore percent challenge. I don't know if calling it lore percent. It doesn't feel right since this isn't a speedrun, but I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't really care. Oh, and also, all of this is raw. I am not editing any of this or cutting it. Just so you see that I don't use any tools. The thing is, the only reason that I'm cutting it at times is just like I told you. You can go on your PlayStation and try too. It won't let you record for more than 15 minutes at a time. So all you have to do is kind of like string together those clips. So you just have to trust me on that. I mean, I don't know if you choose to trust me or not, but if you don't, I don't really care. Like, I'm sorry, but your opinion doesn't matter that much. And if you do choose to trust me, well, that's great. You know, just don't listen to the haters. So if you do choose to trust me, just keep watching. If you don't, you can click off. I don't know what to say. Here, I do squid skip because it's way easier than fireball skip. Fireball skip is something that I have yet to learn. It's just so that I can get dash quicker. Because dash is going to be essential for some of the later ones, like the one in the ancient basin right before the abyss, the one in the White Palace. You have a bunch of these lore tablets that are going to need all of your abilities to get to. Monarch Wings, dash, and even the Mantis Claw. And you might need Shade Cloak for some of them. I don't actually know. I'm not that good at lore tablets. So I'm just gonna have to explore Hollow Nest and just try to find them. I don't know how short or long this series is, it depends. And I have to clear some things up. No, looking up how to get skills and items is not against the rules. So if I do end up forgetting how to get an item and I'm stuck, I am allowed to look it up. But the only thing is, I am not allowed to look how to get the lore tablets up. So that's not allowed. But if I look up, for example, how to get the monarch wings, that is allowed, okay? I don't know if I'm gonna need to do that. But if I do end up needing to do it, well, then I'm just gonna Google it up. Here, there's nothing very interesting to commentate. Just jumping around in Great Path isn't really the most interesting thing, if you know what I mean. And then the thing is, I'm gonna have a second extremely dumb death here, which I could have prevented so easily, but I just didn't. I don't know why, but my Hollow Knight skills all disappeared for like 10 seconds, and that caused me to die. You're gonna see what I mean a bit later on. But for now, I just fight these husks, kill them off, so that I can get Dash. As I said earlier, the goal that I had in mind while filming this was to get Dash and Mantis Claw. Not really to look around for lore tablets, that's gonna come later when I have a bunch of the abilities and skills. But what I will be doing is looking for lore tablets that do not require anything to get to. So for example, I did find one in Green Path a bit later on, I believe it was. Yeah, right here I found a lore tablet, so that's gonna be 4, if I'm correct. Yeah, I believe it's 4. Here you have it, that's your lore tablet. 4 lore tablets right there. And then I fought the Moss Knight, which really didn't give me too much trouble. I mean, it's just the Moss Knight. Used 3 spirits on him and he was gone. He was just dead. So I moved on, which I should have been more careful while moving on, because something terrible happens right as I'm about to make it to Dash 2. So I just go here, I check if there's anything over there. There is not anything over there. And I also decide to save Zoe just for the money, because you know, Vengefly King drops some cash, so I just decided I could pick that up while I'm here. Since, you know, I am gonna need it later for stuff like Shade Soul, definitely are gonna help me. I am not planning on completing Hollow Knight with only a base Vengeful Spirit and base Howling Wraith and base Investment. That is not in a million years happening. I'm gonna need to rescue Sly and pay 950 for development. But the thing is, I don't really have to worry about that right now, since I've barely just gotten Vengeful Spirit and I have not entered City of Tears yet. But it's still good to start saving up, you know what I mean? And if I do end up dying twice in a row, which I will try to prevent, but it's happened to me before, so I can't really be sure. If I do end up dying twice in a row, well, I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, it's like, what is there to say about this boss? If you think I should commentate Vengefly King, tell me how, because there is nothing interesting to say about this boring and dull boss. He does nothing, he just lunges at you from the sky. It's not even a real attack, he just jumps. And then starts yelling, and then lunges at you. I don't really know what he does, he doesn't jump, he flies. He just lunges at you and starts yelling for Vengeflies to come and help him. Now I drop down, and this is where I have the most heartbreaking loss ever. So I just tried to take this Moss Knight on, but I'm very bad at my job, and my skills, they all just evaporate, they just disintegrate. They are absolutely pulverized as I stand there helpless, and I'm just barraged by the Moss Knights. The good thing is, I am going to be getting my revenge, so do not worry. It is coming soon. But for now, I have to actually get back there, which is going to be a challenge in and of itself, because it is such a long trek. Here, I go for Squid Skip again, so I get this squid over here to come up, and I will go off of it just to make it. Also, another cut is incoming soon, just letting you know. 3, 2, 1. Cut! But it is just the same room, the next room, I mean. So, not really much to worry about there either. Here I just go through, making my way back to the Moss Knights. Not much to say here either, I'm just fighting husks. As I said, this will get a lot better later on, trust me. Right now we're just in a way too early of a stage to be able to do anything interesting in the game. But if you do choose to follow me on this 45-minute journey, then I hope you choose to stick around for the entire series too, since it will be very satisfying once we finally get to the Hollow Knight. Not beat the Hollow Knight, remember what I told you at the beginning of the video, but get to the Hollow Knight. I can also go into the Black Egg Temple just to check if there are any tablets there. I don't think there are any, but I'm not gonna fight the knight himself. I'm just gonna go and check out the Black Temple out to see if there are any tablets, because there might be some that I don't know about. And then I'm just gonna leave as soon as I get to the boss room. But here I'm just dodging these oblobbles. Not really much to say. Oh no, Oblobbles is the name of the boss. These Obbles. And they are a very obnoxious enemy, I can give them that much. The funny thing is, getting Dash took me 30 minutes, but getting Mantis Claw only took me 10 maybe. It's hilarious how Mantis Claw is supposed to be more difficult, but I got it way quicker than Dash. As you can see, there is only, I don't know, 13 minutes left. There are 13 minutes left of the video. And I still haven't gotten Dash. And I am going to get Mantis Claw in this video. So it might take me 10 minutes maybe to get Mantis Claw, which I find to be really funny. Here I'm kind of lost, but then I remember where to go. So that's no big problem. And once again, if you do realize that there's a cut in my voice, it's just because we had some technical difficulties along the way, so I just had to trim it and get a new audio track. So now you know why. Anyway, I pick up the Geo from the Moss Knight, and I just move on. I'm very close to the room that I died in, so I start gathering soul here, I believe. Or no, I actually did not start gathering soul. Rather, I just used the soul to heal and went into the room without any soul. So I was not able to VS the two Moss Knights. So I had to play a bit more strategically. But luckily this time around my Hollow Knight skills were completely obliterated. So I was able to do it pretty well. Zoe is already saved, so we don't have to worry about that again. And I just take this last bench fly out for some soul, and I drop right back in. Now I do realize that one of them is optional, but as I said before, I do need Geo, so I decide to take it out anyway. Here I'm waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike, and just as I see him, I go in and I lose HP. But I hit him, and I just start kind of going ham on him. He's just missing me with everything, and I mistime my parry, which is very unfortunate. And I once again get hit. And I'm gonna get out of this on 1 HP. I'm gonna be alive with just 1 hit point left, and I'm gonna use some soul that I've left over to heal back to 2. So it's gonna be very close, but I still end up making it. It's funny how a person like me, who has beaten bosses like Soul Tyrant and Failed Champion and Lost Kin, struggles to these two Moss Knights. It's kind of really funny. Is, if you can beat Soul Tyrant within 4 attempts, I think you should be able to beat a Moss Knight without struggling. And that reminds me, we're gonna have to get Dreamnail real soon. You know, I don't want to just go around not having Dreamnail for a very large portion of the game. So I think that we're gonna have to perform Shade Skip soon, which I'm not looking forward to. I can say that much. So now I advance, and here I'm gonna get lost for a bit, so I'm just gonna like start looking around for maybe a minute or 2 minutes. And I'm gonna be wondering where the boss room is. Even though it quite literally is right there and I missed it because I'm oblivious. So I go down to get the stag and well, I thought that the boss was in the same room as the stag. But the thing is, I remembered it wrong. The boss was in the room above the stag. So I just grab the stag and then I go descend down and expecting to see the boss, but I don't, so I'm confused and I'm like, where's Hornet? And then I ascend and then I see the room and then I go, oh yeah, he's right over here. I even pull this lever over here for no reason at all. So here I'm just kind of walking around, looking confused. Where am I? Where are you? Hornet. Well, of course, nothing. Just like Silksong, Hornet has left us for good.
Yeah.
And we have no hopes of her ever coming back. So the thing is, the knight is so determined to play Silksong that he keeps looking for Hornet. He is not ready to give up yet. He descends, well, I descend, and I spot these vines, so I instantly know that it's not the correct room. I remember on my first playthrough ever, I got stuck in that vine room so bad. I was like, is there something important here? But I was just stuck and I couldn't navigate it since there was a wall of vines blocking the exit. Overall, my first time playing Hollow Knight was an absolute nightmare. I was just stuck in the same rooms and I was just looping around over and over again. I spent like maybe 5 to 10 hours just being stuck in the same rooms. It was an absolute nightmare and I did never want to repeat it again. So I started looking up tutorials, and ever since then, my gaming experience in Hollow Knight has improved a lot. Now, some people might be saying, that's spoiling the game, how do you enjoy it more? I can say this much, I'm not the kind of person who enjoys getting lost for 5 hours on end. I'm the kind of person who plays the game for the challenge, not for the exploration. And I know that kind of ruins the purpose of Hollow Knight, but at the same time, I don't think you would want to get lost in the same 3 rooms, just doing the same thing over and over again for 15 hours on end, would you? Yeah, point proven. And I know, it's just a skill issue that I couldn't find my way, but, well, so what? It's a skill issue. I looked up tutorials to cure the skill issue. There we have my point.
Yeah.
I definitely did not like getting stuck, and I had this phase, which I'm pretty sure every single Hollow Knight player ever has experienced, where I played the game for a few days, and I just got lost so hard that I quit the game. But then, a bunch of time later, when I watched a video about it, I was like, oh yeah, so this game exists, and I should probably go back to playing it. And I started looking up tutorials and actually getting good at the game and, you know, knowing a lot more about the game. And, well, now I absolutely love the game. It's one of my favorite games ever, if not my absolute favorite game ever. And it's just amazing. But there are some people who don't really play Hollow Knight just for the challenge. They like exploring it too. And I think that's okay as long as you don't get stuck in the same 3 rooms for 15 hours straight, then exploring is fun. And I can understand those people, but at the same time, if it's a game as difficult as Hollow Knight, I don't really think it's that fun to just explore and die and explore and die and explore and die all over again for 90% of your playthrough. And then when you finally get good, you've already explored everything, and it was just overall a pain to get to the stage where you've gone good. And you can't re-explore the game, but you can always re-challenge yourself by, you know, like doing more severe things. Pantheon 5, all bindings, Hitless, you've already beat Pantheon 5. So you can always challenge yourself more, but you cannot really re-explore the game. You can do it after maybe 15 years of not playing, but who's willing to wait years before playing their favorite game again just so that they can re-explore it. And the thing is, even if you do re-explore it after, let's say, 20 years, it's still gonna feel familiar and not new. It's not gonna feel like a new thing. It's gonna feel so familiar that you're just, I don't know, you're just not, it's not gonna feel like your first time exploring the game. So you can never re-explore a game, but you can always challenge yourself more. And that's why I personally enjoy challenges more than exploring. Oh, and also it's just because when you're challenged, getting stumped actually feels good. It feels like part of the challenge. But getting lost while exploring just feels tedious and annoying. And some people could argue that it's the same thing for challenge. You know, like when you're challenging yourself and you're stumped, it could also feel tedious and annoying that way. And some people think that getting stumped while exploring is not tedious and annoying and is extremely fun. But I just don't think like that. Here I also go to say hi to Quirrell at the Lake of Un, and just to check if there were any, what was it again? Tablets. But there were no tablets at the Lake of Un. So I just end up saying hi to Quirrell, benching. Here I go back to look for if there were any hidden tablets over here. There were no hidden tablets, so I just go right back to the Lake of Un, say hello to Quirrell, look for tablets. There were no tablets. Bench there, and start going toward the fungal wastes. So I just speak to Quirrell because Quirrell's the best. Come on. If you don't like Quirrell, I don't know what you're doing. So there we go. That's done. And I fight this Moss Knight because why not? Seriously, why not? Why shouldn't I? I just felt like it, so I did it. And then he hits me twice, but I end up taking the dub. Right there. And I don't leave any Geo behind, so I just do that. And I go bench right beside Pearl again, just to regenerate my health. And here I actually start going for Mantis Claw, I believe it is. So here I'm just going all the way back. Oh, and I misread the thing earlier. There are actually about 10 to 13 minutes left of the video. So there's still a while to go, but just as I said, I'm gonna get Mantis Claw very quickly, so that's actually really cool. Now, next video, I think I'm gonna start going for Monarch Wings, maybe? I don't know if it's a bit too early for that, but I think I could make it work. Monarch Wings with Dash and Mantis Claw. Yeah, I think I can get them with only Dash and Mantis Claw. But I am gonna need Crystal Heart. So, next video's goal, Crystal Heart and Monarch Wings. If I don't get Monarch Wings, well, then Crystal Heart is gonna have to do. I can just get Monarch Wings the video after. I am not stopping this series until I am feeling so satisfied with the amount of lore tablets that I found that I just end up killing all the Dreamers and going to the Hollow Knight, but not beating him. That's when the series finally is gonna end. The series dedicated to none other than CC Mackay, probably the best Hollow Knight lore content creator. Now I stag over to Burnmouth just to be able to access the fungal wastes quicker, which I should have done the same for the Green Path entrance, but I don't know why I didn't. Here I just stand and contemplate my life choices for some reason. I don't remember what past me was thinking, but I just do that and then I start moving. So here we have the door. I exit the stag station, and, well, would you look at that? And Zoe just lies right to our faces like we weren't the ones who rescued him. He goes, oh yeah, I defeated the Vengefly King, even though we did it right in front of him. Yeah, I don't know who he's lying to. And then he also got Tiso over here. The guy who just wants to go to war to eventually just be killed at the Coliseum. I don't know why he's so arrogant. if you really want to fight with people and if you really think you're that strong, why would you just go die then? Seriously, they put you up against, I don't know, enemies that the knight can one-shot and you just die? Seriously? I do not think that those little red boulders of the Colosseum should be able to kill Tiso. I think it's the Brooding Moloch that killed him though, but the Brooding Moloch should be an easy kill for Tiso. He has a shield that I can just use for the infection blobs, and Tiso is pretty agile, I would guess. So he can just run when Moloch jumps, so I don't really know why Tiso's dead. But hey, that's what happens when you're so arrogant. Now luckily for Mantis Claw, I don't think I got lost, but I knew the way. Because there, when I was on Dash, I got lost for those 3 to 4 minutes trying to find my way into the Hornet fight. Here, I don't think I got lost. It's just more of a matter of being careful so I don't go into the acid or die. And luckily, I never died in the Funnel Waste this video. So I only had about, what was it, 2 deaths this video? No more. So here I'm just carefully dashing through, making sure not to fall in. And I start pursuing the sign. So I kill these 2 people, and I fail to pogo on him, and I take another hit there. I think I do the second one hitless though. I'm pretty sure I do him hitless. This guy. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I did him hitless. So it didn't really matter after all, did it? I kill the 2 children for soul, and I move on. Right on over here. So I tried to pogo on that guy, it didn't really work, and I just fell. So I tried to pogo on him again, it did work this time, and I made it through. And here, he throws this exploding thing at me. I wanted to play around for a little bit, so I tried to get him to explode with his own projectile, and it worked. I tried doing the same thing for this guy, I believe, but it never really worked for me. So here I just went in, since if I would have dashed towards it, I'd have taken damage, and if I didn't, well, I would have still taken damage. Here, I talk to Cloth, because Cloth is good, I guess. She's great, she's amazing, she's awesome. So, there she is. And now, I continue on to the Mantis Village, where I just pogo off of these mushrooms. Right on over there, and here, and here. And, well, I'm out. So here, I'm just trying to remember where to go, but I did end up remembering, so no bigger problem there. Drop down all the way to where E-Pogo is, but I killed this guy first because, why not? I don't know. I said earlier that this wasn't a genocide one, but Geo, you know. Geo's important. So there we see Hornet, but we don't really care about Hornet. We're gonna be fighting her later on, so don't worry, but just not now. I will definitely be needing Shade Cloak in order to be able to explore the entirety of Hallownest. This is the one that I tried killing with his projectile, but just never worked out. So I just tried jumping out, but I got exploded in the process, and so did it. So it was a win-win situation. I got all my health back, and it died, just like I wanted to. Here, I start going right into the Mantis Village. And these mantises are very annoying to fight. Their hitboxes are chunky ones, so if you try pogoing off of them, you're most likely gonna fail. But that time it did work. It's just about timing your pogo correctly. But they're nothing compared to Winged Nosk, for goodness sake. That dude's hitbox is horrendous. So I'm very thankful that these people do not have a hitbox similar to Winged Nosk's hitbox, otherwise I would have been stuck here for about 2 hours maybe, at least 2 hours. Here we have our 5th tablet of the day, which I'm going to interact with while trying to fight this mantis. And then this time I accidentally interacted with it. I was trying to aim upwards at the mantis. This time I actually managed to aim upwards at the mantis, and I just killed him. Not really much to say about that now, is it? So I heal back on my health, and I go right into the village. Well, soon enough. There we go. Right into the village I go. Okay, so I see that this video is almost coming to an end, and I have to say, commentating this was not actually as bad as I thought. I was like, oh, 1 hour video. That might be pretty hard to commentate, but it actually wasn't. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought, but let's see how it feels when I have like 4-hour videos. That's probably going to be a lot worse to commentate. But of course, I can always split the audio and take breaks, so this time I actually did not take any breaks because I felt like, I don't know, I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I haven't uploaded in a very long time, so I felt like I don't want to keep you guys waiting. If I take breaks, I might not be able to do it today, so I want to pump it out as soon as possible, this video, just so you guys can get some content from me, which you have not gotten in a while. And I know it's not that many people that are waiting. I only have like 70 subscribers. But to those 70 people, you're welcome. And I can always grow my channel, you know. This is just the beginning. I haven't even reached 100 videos yet. I don't even think I've reached 50. So this is just the beginning. Do not worry. I will be getting a lot more popular. And I will hopefully get more consistent. I know my upload schedule looks like hot garbage right now. But it's just because sometimes I'm not free to upload, you know what I mean? You don't always have the time to make a 1 hour video and then sit down and commentate it as well. It's just not a thing that you can do. And if you're thinking, well, make a 1 minute video, a 10-minute video, not a 1 minute video, that would be terrible. A 10-minute video maybe, editing it also takes a while. The thing is, I don't know how to edit, but learning how to edit and then actually editing while you're in Share Factory and all that, it also takes a while. And then commentating it, it also just takes double the duration of the filming. So basically, if you film for 10 minutes, you also have to commentate for 10 minutes. So it's not as quick as some people might think to make a video, especially if you want to make it good. These videos that I'm making right now, I do have to admit, they are not the best videos. They are actually really bad. But they still can sometimes take me about 2 hours to make. So imagine if you actually make a good video, that would take more than a day. And you don't always have that time, just sitting around for an entire day straight just to make a video. And the thing is, you could take breaks and stuff, but that would make it to about 3 days maybe. And you're not free to sit like 4 hours a day maybe for 3 days just to be able to make a video. It's not always you have that time, but when you do have that time, I do have to admit, content creation is fun, especially since, you know, I sometimes get that feeling of there's nothing really good to watch, and then I can always watch my own videos, or if one of my favorite YouTubers is uploaded, or something like that. And that's the goal. That's the goal of this channel, basically. I have a few goals for this channel. One, it's just fun, so me just posting is fun. And I'm hoping to hit some subscriber goal. Right now the goal is 1,000. And two, my other goal is to post quality content. I'm pretty sure you've also experienced the feeling where you're like, there's nothing good to watch right now. And that's exactly why I want to be the channel that always has your back with the best content. So say you don't have anything to watch, well, you can just look my channel up and start watching my videos. That's sort of the goal, but I am very far from that goal right now, since my channel is not really that popular and my videos aren't really the best. But I will be getting there soon, alright? Do not worry. And this video is coming up to a wrap. Soon you're gonna have a counter of how many tablets we found during this video. At the end of each video, I am gonna be showing you a counter. As soon as I get the Mantis Claw and leave this room, the video is going to end. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that I can finish this series out anytime now. I really hope that I can finish it out and not just kind of be interrupted halfway through. And once again, this entire series is dedicated to CCMacGuy. Go check him out. He's an absolutely amazing content creator, and I definitely recommend you go watch him. So now I just stand there in the corner and I leave the room. Well, it was fun having you here, and I hope you enjoyed this 1 hour marathon of the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.